My dad used to keep this much money in his checking account at all times, and when I asked him why, he would say it's really safe in your bank account and you want to have this money just in case. In fact, my dad was so obsessed with saving money to the point where he wouldn't spend money on the things that could actually improve our lives, so he would often eat frozen meals when he could afford to eat out. We would leave the heater off in the winter, and he sacrificed a lot of his own comfort and experiences in order to hoard more money. He grew up very poor during a war-torn time in China, and he never wanted to go through that again, nor did he want his family to. So as a result, this developed, I think, into a scarcity mindset around money. I would eventually inherit this mindset, and for years I hoarded cash just like my dad, and I didn't start investing until I was the age of 26 because I was terrified of losing it. Once I educated myself more on personal finance though, I realized that the bigger opportunity cost was simply not investing. So I had to shift my mindset to abundance, and that's something still that I work on to this day. I decided to keep 6 months of my expenses in cash as my emergency fund, but everything else I would invest into the market. And that felt really scary at first, but over time that money has grown in ways that cash sitting in a bank account just could never do that. So when I looked at the data, I realized that the market on average returns 8 to 10% per year since 1926, and I've learned to really trust that data. This is my favorite chart ever. It shows the results of the last 20 years investing $2,000 a year with 4 different types of investing style. The first 3 investors invested in stocks while the last one kept it in cash, and the worst performer here is of course the person who stayed in cash. He or she only had 64K at the end of 20 years, while all the others ended up with at least 140K. So let me know if you have a scarcity mindset as well, and if you do, make sure you don't make the same mistake that I did, which was leave all your money in cash. Make sure to put it to work, especially after you've established your emergency fund.